Okay, good day everyone. My name is Marilyn and today we'll be sharing some restorative postures you can do at home. I have my good friend Serene who has volunteered to be my demo because of space constraints. So yeah, some of the things that you'll probably need, just grab whatever you need around, whatever you have around the home. You can make, if you do not have yoga blocks, you can make do with big books like, for example, okay, Serene, she's showing you the big books that she has. Lord of the Rings make a great yoga block. All right, and then grab any blankets, any towels available to you for today's class. Scarves work as well. So for today's class, ideally 2 fluffy big blankets or towels, scarves, and maybe a small towel to cover your eyes with, because right now we are practicing in the daytime, so you might want a little bit of eye cover. And if you got pillows or cushions, that would be great as well to um, soften the props for you, because lying over books is not exactly the most comfortable thing. So just give me a moment to go through what restorative is about. Restorative yoga is a supported practice where we are actually using props, and in this case we are using the things that you can find around the house to support the body in a posture. So while you are resting in the posture, you are at a state where you're physically aware of what's happening around you. You are able to tune into your breath, but you are physically still relaxed. So in that sense, you are gaining the benefits of the posture, the shape that you're taking, but you're also able to gain the benefits that rest can give. When you are able to rest, you are able to build your immunity system. That's when your rest and digest system kicks in, and that is when your body has the time to repair itself. So these are some of the long-term benefits of a restorative practice, and for that reason, I'm recording these videos to help us all along during this period where most of us are stuck indoors. Maybe we can find a bit of time to rest and rejuvenate ourselves, and maybe have a little bit of peace and sanity. All right, so today we have my good friend Serene, who is going to come into a comfortable cross-leg seat, which she's already in. So we are going to start with a breathing exercise called the hourglass breathing. Basically, imagine your body is segmented. It's an hourglass segmented into 3 parts. The first segment is your head, from the crown of the head to the top of your throat. The second segment is from top of throat to base of belly. And the third segment is from the top of your hips all the way down into the ground, your tailbone. All right. So if it calls to you, you can take a little bit of side to side stretch for your neck. You can roll out into your shoulders, whatever feels right for you. All right. If you need to take a twist, if you need to shake the legs out, please go ahead. Make sure you are completely at ease when it's time to come into your seat. Okay. All right. So we're just going to do 3 rounds of this hourglass breath. So just imagine all the sand is piled at the top of your head. Soften your gaze, maybe close your eyes, maybe take a little bit of a shoulder shrug up, back and down so that you are able to sit tall. Normal breathing for now, just noticing your natural flow of breath. And slow the breath down a tiny bit more. So imagine all the sand, you are a 3-segment, 3-part hourglass, and all the sand is at the crown of your head. 1 breath in. As you exhale, imagine the sand draining down from the crown of your head all the way to the top of your neck, the base of your skull. 2 more breaths, just visualizing the sand draining from the crown of head to the base of your skull. Allow the sand to wash tension away from the mind. Now the sand is at the top of your throat. Inhale and exhale, soft and smooth, allowing the sand to trickle down your torso all the way to the base of your belly. Just visualizing the sand, dragging any tension away as it drains down. 2 more breaths like this as we inhale to prepare and exhale, allowing the sand to drain, drain, and drain. Allow tension to melt away from the shoulders. Inhale and exhale, draining all of that to the base of your belly. One final set, inhaling into the base of your belly. Exhale, allowing the sand to drain down through the hips, even into your legs before draining into the ground. Taking your time with the exhales, there is no hurry here. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, tension draining away from the hips, rooting the legs down to the ground as the sand melts away out of you. One more smooth breath, inhale. And exhale, we drain all of that away. If this visualization helps you to find a little bit more ease within the body, continue with the visualization. Otherwise, just let go of this visualization and simply come back to your natural breathing. Notice if it is any different from the breath that we started the session with. Good. From here, let's bring the palms to touch. Rub the palms. Generate some heat in the heart of the hands. Once the palms are sufficiently warm, can I get you to cup the hands over your eyes, taking care not to press directly onto the eyeballs. Just give a little bit of a massage for the face. So you would like to pull the hands gently outward so that the third eye, the space between the eyebrows, you uncrease that frown. You can also pull it to the side and upwards like you're trying to give yourself a facelift. Very nice. From here, let's gather the palms, thumbs to the third eye, gentle bow. With this, we start today's practice. Namaste. Okay, so if you need to shake your legs out, please go for it. All right. Today, we are going to do one simple posture. It's called the supine butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. So what we are going to do is we're going to take one blanket or scarf to the head of the mat and the 2 books to the sides of your mat. Okay. So the cushion, we'll use it for a different posture. We are going to start lying down onto the floor. So you can use the cushion as a head support if you want, Serene, or you can use a scarf, whichever feels better for your neck. Okay, so she's folding it up because she wants a little bit more of a head support, and she's making it a little bit higher. Okay, so head support is like a pillow. Then can I get you to grab the 2 thicker blankets and roll it up into a big Swiss roll. So we want a big roll. So try to get the rolls. This is not so much for you, Serene, because I think you already understand this one, but more for those who are joining us virtually. This is more, we would like to make sure that the rolls are thick. Can you fold that into half? Fold that into half. Half. I need it thicker. Yes. Thank you. So we want it thick so that the knees have a lot of support. Okay. And if possible, perfect. Can you put it on top of one book? Okay, and can we try to get the same thickness for the other blanket? So I know working from home, we might not have two of the same things. We might not, we might or might not. So we just work with what we have and hope for the best. Okay. Serene, I think it needs to be a bit, is it the same width? Okay, it looks there. All right, thank you. All right, that one goes on the other book. So yeah, we MacGyver our way through this one. Okay, so she's going to lie down and fold her legs into a diamond shape and pull the books with the blankets on top of it inward so that the outer seams of her thigh and her calf will be resting comfortably on the blanket roll. You might want to pull it up a little bit. Yes, perfect. Okay, and then you slowly lie down. Make sure you have your head support. You might be out of frame. Okay, good. Okay, so Serene, can I get you to pull the books in a little bit more to the midline so that the thighs, the inner thighs are not feeling a stretch. So herein lies the difference between, one of the key differences between the restorative yoga practice and the yin yoga practice is that we want to minimize the stretch sensation in a restorative yoga posture. A lot of people prefer to feel stretch because they want to feel like they have done something. But in a restorative yoga practice, doing nothing is pretty much a basic tenet of the practice. So Serene has gotten her eye cover with the small towel. That's perfect. And she's resting her hands where it feels comfortable and right for her. Are you okay over there, Serene? Perfect. Okay, so let's come into our resting position and make sure, number one, that your head feels comfy. You're not tipping the head too far back because then that will cause a stretch in the throat. But you also don't want it to be neutral because it might cause a little bit of a choke for the neck when you are trying to swallow your saliva. So a slight tilt of the chin towards the chest, just a very tiny bit, will be good enough. And Serene has already demonstrated that for me. Thank you. Okay, so there will be a slight lower arch to the back, and your thighs should not be feeling any stretch. They should be feeling pretty much supported by the props. So feel free to make any adjustments and allow yourself to melt into this shape. Let's breathe into the hips. Visualize your breath flowing like a river stream down your spine, the river of your spine, all the way pulling at the pelvis at the hips. And as you exhale, you soften into the ground, allow the buttocks to melt. As we breathe in, the breath flows smoothly into the hips. As we breathe out, allowing all of that water pulling around the pelvis to drain into the ground. Visualize maybe a gentle waterfall, if you will, or simply imagine the water sinking into the ground. Just take a moment to notice if there's any tension riding up the shoulders. Perfect. Make adjustments if you need to anytime, because as you melt into the posture, you might notice that you will probably need to change things around a bit. You might need a bit more support. Remember, you want to be physically relaxed and still mentally aware of yourself, mentally aware of whatever is happening around you, whatever's happening within you. Just noticing the flow of your breath as you breathe in, generously expand into the ribcage, into the belly, and allow the breath to pull around the front of your hips. Long exhale, feel the entire back on the ground. Allow your jaw to slacken. Gently increase the space between your eyebrows. For now, can I invite you to simply be aware and simply watch the breath. Everything else, just let it be for now. If it helps, you can take a moment to notice the sounds in your surrounding area. Noticing any tension that might be harbored in the hands, in the legs. Is the support good enough? Do you need to adjust the position of the prop so that your legs are able to find ease? So these are just some simple questions. There is no need to adjust or fix anything if you're feeling supported. Can we soften into the thighs? There is no need to do a lot. Like one of the restorative teachers, Jillian Prensky, would say, a little plus a little will equal to a lot. Can we allow ourselves to soften one breath at a time? Release the legs into the support of your prop. Allow yourself to be carried by the ground beneath you. And once you have found that sense of ease, we let go of any control, any holding, any manipulation on the breath. Simply finding your natural rhythm, finding your natural flow of the breath. And notice what happens when we allow the breath to do what it will. Noticing what happens when we simply surrender to the flow of the breath. Whether we are able to find much more ease simply by letting go. What we're trying to do here, we're trying to create space for yourself to breathe. Sometimes it might feel a little bit harder. You might be feeling stuck, literally, emotionally, mentally. And the only thing that we can do is simply to breathe through it. Sometimes. Sometimes that's the only option available to us. So can we allow ourselves to breathe through whatever feels stuck, whatever makes us feel stuck, and create some space for ourselves to breathe. Slowly deepen into your breath. Sense the body, notice where it is right now, how it is held by the ground. Slowly start to move your fingers, maybe bringing them to the outer knees so that you can use your hands to help the knees back together closing the legs back like a book. Take your time. Good morning, Serene. Slowly does it, all right? So if you wish, you can follow Serene by turning to one side and slowly making your way up to sit. Are you okay? Thank you. All right. So this is Koshi, and this was my little, I call it the rain drum, rain stick, water stick. Yep. So I like playing with sound, and I hope the sounds work for you. So that was supine butterfly pose using 3 blankets, 2 books, and 1 person. All right. So I'm going to conclude this session for now, but there will be more video clips to come where I will be guiding my friends through restorative posture per video. So just check out the YouTube channel, and I hope to see you there. Thank you and namaste. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see.